Samantha Smart. And of course, this team responsible for attacking G.I. Jane after her monumental victory over Chainsaw just 1 week ago here on Wild Women of Wrestling.
I thought it was a cohesive group that Samantha Smart had put together. Classmaster, disciplinarian, G.I. Jane, all of them in their own forms of discipline, but she put them all in a three-way match to find out who could become the leader, the breakout star, G.I. Jane, and she's on her own now. And she's no longer under the guidance of Samantha Smart and no longer friends with the disciplinarian or the Classmaster.
Yes, but unfortunately, David, the Classmaster, the disciplinarian, and Samantha Smart still have it out for G.I. Jane because I think Jane proved that she was superior in that group. Nonetheless, let's take it to Lauren Hunkley for our match announcement if she can get permission from Samantha Smart.
She's got to take permission. Sister, and they're in here and they're ready to rev it up, if you will, baby.
Oh yeah, we're ready to get amped up with Rebel Haze and Fury, the heavy metal sister. I understand, David, that these two were hanging out at Lemmy's Lounge in the Rainbow Room. Of course, they like to hang out in the dive bars, in the big theaters. We've heard Fury talk about it. She loves performing in front of 50, 5,000, 50,000. It doesn't matter. They do it for the love of the sport of professional wrestling, David. And what a sisterhood, what a team has been formed here by Rebel and Fury. Rebel Haze now going to kick things off
against the disciplinarian.
You have to think that the disciplinarian is no fan of these two. No discipline to the head-banging rock and roll, if you will.
I disagree with it. It takes a lot of discipline to learn how to play that guitar, how to bang those drums, how to do it all correctly, how to stay up late at night and party, get up in the morning and do it all over again. I think that's discipline.
Yeah, but I'm sure that the disciplinarian, all she thinks about is all the loud music that plays in her classroom and all the kids not listening to what she has to say. Nonetheless, cradle pinfall here by Rebel Haze. Good enough for a 2 count. Rebel Haze with a kick and catches right underneath the knees of the disciplinarian now. Tag into Fury with that short clothesline. Referee Ben Scheinberg says good enough for a 2 count, but definitely not 3, as Fury tried to lock up the disciplinarian. Interesting variation of a abdominal neck stretch, looks like to me.
Disciplinarian in trouble right now with Fury.
Fury with the front face lock, tagging in to Rebel Haze. That's an interesting way to tag, David. Never seen that.
Yes, it is. Luckily, the middle finger's not up.
That wouldn't be good on television here on Wild Women of Wrestling, but let's not forget, David, of course, that lucky guitar pick that Fury gave Rebel Haze. Remember when she had that matchup with Gloria Glitter just a couple of weeks ago here on Wild?
We never found out where she stored that pick.
I think she put it in her jacket, but hopefully it'll bring her luck here tonight.
Where is that lucky charm? Find that out, Nigel. You're the investigative reporter.
I will definitely be on the lookout, and I'll ask the hard questions. Where's the guitar pick from? Nonetheless, Samantha Smart.
Samantha Smart on the outside with that ruler.
Samantha Smart, of course, doing her deed as she always does. You got to be careful with that ruler when Samantha Smart is around. Now's the disciplinarian taking control of this matchup on the rookie Rebel Haze, who Fury is, looks like to me, taking her under her shoulder, if you will, her wing.
Well, right now, the disciplinarian's taking her under her hands and jamming her right down to the purple mat.
Disciplinarian, you know, she never really looks that happy, David. Going for the pinfall here, arrogant cover, gets a 2 count from referee Ben Scheinberg. That lackadaisical cover wasn't going to do it on Rebel Haze.
Now here comes the Classmaster.
That's right, David.
Whom I've called once or twice the Taskmaster.
Well, you put these two ladies together and you won't be wrong at all. They certainly are the Taskmasters.
Rebel Haze is getting some wrestling lessons tonight, if you will.
Yeah, she definitely got some air there, although not the kind she wanted to. The 6'2" Classmaster beating down on Rebel Haze.
This is no class that they're enjoying.
Take a look at that, David. Classical wrestling move, the cravat by the Classmaster now. Variation of the snapmare takeover. 2 kicks right into the spine of Rebel Haze. Classmaster taking her time. Very methodical pace. Trash talking Rebel Haze. Rebel Haze now fighting back, but the Classmaster shuts down any hope of Rebel Haze getting back in control of this matchup, David. A very powerful competitor. Look at how she just picks up Rebel Haze, the Classmaster, with ease.
Disciplinarian tag in now, fans, as Rebel Haze chin dropped across that 3rd rope, and as she turns back into the center of the ring, Disciplinarian takes her down with a clothesline.
The snake eyes into the clothesline almost spelled the end of this matchup for Rebel Haze, but we have to give Rebel Haze credit. She is hanging in this matchup, David, and no doubt about it, Fury standing in her corner, cheering her on now, waiting for the tag. Rebel able to tag into Fury now.
No taking down the Classmaster, though.
2 clotheslines, still doesn't take down the Classmaster, but 3 times.
3rd time's the charm, baby.
That's right, you took the words right out of my mouth, David. Ooh, and then high knee to the shoulder, and that back fist right into the flatliner of Fury. Signature combination. Referee Ben Scheinberg says, ooh, almost a 3 count.
Fury's got some experience fighting taller and larger competitors. When she was in there with Chainsaw, she did well when Chainsaw got down to the ground. She just successfully did that with the Classmaster. Classmaster reversing now. That arm drag throws her right into her partner, Rebel Haze. Now she picks up Fury. Classmaster's in charge now, tossing Fury down to the mat like a sack of potatoes, jamming Rebel Haze into the 3rd turnbuckle. In comes the Disciplinarian. Disciplinarian now picking up Rebel Haze, puts her on top of her shoulders.
TKO cutter by the Disciplinarian now. Could it be the end of this match? And it is. The Disciplinarian walks away with a win for Team IQ Superior. What an impactful win by the Disciplinarian and the Classmaster now, as Samantha Smart moving referee Scheinberg out of the way,